VAR is ruining the game. Newcastle have drawn the game 1-1 with Spurs today at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, despite not even having a shot on target in the entire match, and Jose Mourinho is absolutely furious. Welcome back to another video. I hope you're all keeping safe and well. Today, Tottenham Hotspur take on Newcastle United in the club's third Premier League game of this season. Of course, the games are still coming thick and fast for Tottenham. We played Chelsea on Tuesday night in the Carabao Cup. We then played Maccabi Haifa in the Europa League on Thursday. And then next Sunday, away at Manchester United in the Premier League. Tottenham need to just keep picking up points and winning these matches. It is a huge week for the club. Of course, we want to progress in the Carabao Cup and the Europa League as well. But we must do the job today against Newcastle United. I'm feeling pretty confident. Tottenham have won their last 3 out of 4 competitive games, and I'm going to go for a 2-0 Tottenham win. It'll be really interesting to see how Jose Mourinho will rotate the squad today. Will Dele Alli be in today's team? Will he be a substitute today? Will Tanguy Ndombele start today because he completed 90 minutes on Thursday? Will Pierre-Emile Højbjerg be back from injury? And will new signing Sergio Reguilon make his debut? Anyway, I'm going to talk about a lot of these things now with Tottenham fan Melvin all the way from Malta. So I've now got Spurs fan Melvin with me all the way from Malta. Melvin, we have got Newcastle United today. We have played 2 games in the Premier League so far this season. Of course, that 1-0 home defeat on the opening weekend of the Premier League season against Everton. And then, of course, last week, we absolutely smashed Southampton away from home 5-2 with Heung-min Son and Harry Kane on fire. How do you see today's game going against Newcastle?
I think after the Everton, we dropped the 3 points. I think it's important that we definitely get the 3 points. I can see us beating Newcastle. I think we have too much quality for them, even on the bench. If we need to bring someone on, I think the team is picking up more and more fitness with each game. These Europa League matches are helping for us to gain fitness. With Matt Doherty only having 1 training session, and I think we'll have too much quality for Newcastle. We beat them last season. I think we can beat them again. If Jose can get the team and the tactics right, we can even score 3 or 4 goals. I think defensively we need to be a bit more solid, but I think we can beat Newcastle. We have too much quality.
Melvin, Tottenham are going into this game in good form. We've won 3 out of the 4 games so far this season. Of course, we beat Lokomotiv Plovdiv 2-1 in the Europa League, and then Southampton last week 5-2. As I said, Heung-min Son and Harry Kane on fire, and then FK Skindia just a couple of days ago 3-1. So Tottenham should be going into this game with real confidence, shouldn't they?
Yeah, the team is playing not the best attractive football, but with Lo Celso being missing in the first game and he's coming in and improving the side, even against Southampton when he came on, he completely changed the game. So I don't know who he'll play. He might play Ndombele and Lo Celso together. He might play Harry Winks. It doesn't matter who he plays. I think with each game the team's growing in confidence and gelling more, and it will eventually start to come naturally. And the team will start to find ways to score, because I think we get the ball and we don't know what to do with this. We don't know where the next pass is. I think slowly the team will start to pick up more and more confidence with each game.
Melvin, it's great to see as well our record signing, Tanguy Ndombele, completed 45 minutes last week against Southampton, completed 90 minutes in hell of a long time, against FK Skindia on Thursday. It's nice to have a player like this back, and it almost feels like a new signing, doesn't it? Because he's been out for so many games and for such long periods of time.
Yeah, it's positive to see. It's strange because we're celebrating him finishing 90 minutes. It's strange because with Ndombele, I think some fans have a real soft spot for him because we know he's so talented. It's just getting his confidence up and getting his fitness up, and because he has the quality, he has that magical pass that can find, the Son or Harry Kane with it, and eventually, Gareth Bale. So yeah, that's why we've been patient with him, because we've seen glimpses of magic with him, and eventually hopefully he'll be able to fill Moussa Dembele's shoes and be that type player where he can be even better than Moussa Dembele, and maybe even have, an end result to him with goals and assists, because I think that's what Moussa Dembele lacked. Getting 6-7 goals a season, maybe getting 10 assists per season. That's what Moussa Dembele lacked, and hopefully Ndombele can start doing.
Melvin, with all of these games coming thick and fast, of course, the Premier League is only a couple of weeks old, but we've played a couple of Europa League games. We should have played a Carabao Cup game that didn't happen against Leyton Orient. But in this next 7-8 days, for example, today we've got Newcastle at home. Then on Tuesday, we've got Chelsea at home in the Carabao Cup. We then play in the Europa League on Thursday, just a couple of days later. And then just 3 days later, we play Manchester United away. Where or what does Jose Mourinho prioritise? What is the ultimate goal of this season? Is it winning a trophy? Is it finishing in the top 4? Or is it both with the players that we've signed?
Honestly, I think if I was him, I would prioritise obviously winning against Newcastle, and I would put a really, really strong team against Chelsea, and I would then rest in the Europa League game at home, because I think we can take a risk on that game. I say a risk because I don't think the team we're playing has the quality to beat us, even if we play a weaker side and then maybe bring on our strongest team in the second half. I think we have enough players now where our B team can beat a European side. So I would play a very strong team against Chelsea, because I think Chelsea will rest players, and I don't want. I think if Frank Lampard loses the game against us, they'll start to ask questions, and it will put a lot of pressure on Frank. And they spent a hell of a lot of money, and for them to be beaten in a cup tie this early in the season will have a big effect on them. So if I was Mourinho, I would. And even for us to beat them in the cup, we'll believe that we can beat them in the league as well. So I think that's my opinion. I don't think Jose will prioritize the League Cup like that, because I think he even said some comments where he said that for the League Cup, for them to put that tie so close to another fixture for them, it's not a priority. And for us to be taken out of the League Cup so early in the season, and with such a big squad and Gareth Bale coming in, I think it's massively disappointing, because I would love to beat Chelsea and to go on further in that competition, because now with our squad and the signing we've made, I believe we can go far in every competition. I honestly believe the Europa League, we're probably strong favourites. Even by then, if we can stay alive in the competition and get through the group stage, in a knockout game, Mourinho is very, very strong. The way he sets up the team defensively, counter-attack, transition, I think we can go far in this competition. You, if I know correctly, you booked accommodation where the final is.
Absolutely, Melvin. I'm always confident that the Tottenham are going to do well in cups. And do you know what? All of us Tottenham fans want to win cups. The cup wins are long overdue. Our last trophy, 2008, which of course was the League Cup when we beat Chelsea in the final. But for me, I think that Jose Mourinho will try and take every single one of these games very seriously. And that's what I love about him as a manager. He will want to put the strongest team out possible on Tuesday night. He will want to put the strongest team out possible on Thursday night, because those are two huge, important games for Tottenham's season. Because, of course, on Thursday night, it is to go through to the group stages of the Europa League. We must be there. And we must beat Chelsea on Tuesday to go through to the next round, mustn't we?
Yeah, I honestly think it's very important. My heart says we probably I will give them a game, but my heart thinks we might not win that game. It's slightly thinking negative, but I think Mourinho, the way he's thinking, he'll prioritize the league and the Europa League because the way the fixtures are, they're so close together. He cannot risk an injury to Kane or to Son or to anyone, really. He doesn't want to risk that.
You say that, though, but all of these players have been involved in the 4 games so far, in the heavy schedule that we've had so far. So going forward, I think that he's going to expect a lot from a lot of these players to play in a lot of these games. Don't you?
I hope that he has a plan to rest Kane and to protect him. Listen, if I want Kane to play every single match, probably Harry Kane wants to play every single match. He'll tell Jose, no, I'll be fine. He'll probably wants to win these games. And maybe he'll rest probably during the international break, but probably not, because he'll even want to play for England as well. Kane wants to play every single match and score in every single match. He has that mentality with him, and he needs to start to think about, protecting himself for the long haul. And that's why it's important we bring a second striker, because if we had the second striker by now, he'll probably play against Chelsea. But, with the signings we've made, you cannot complain, because the board and Tottenham have been, I don't think it's been an incredible window, but it's been a very good window. We cannot complain with the players we've gotten. And if we get 1 or 2 in, this was probably been our best transfer window in a few years, don't you think?
Well, I was going to come on to transfers, Melvin, as you mentioned it. Of course, Tottenham have signed 5 players so far in this window. The window is, the end of the window is just 2 weeks away. So there's been lots of speculation about Tottenham signing centre-back Milan Skriniar from Inter Milan. Of course, yesterday, before the game, the sporting director said that Skriniar is not for sale. And then after the game, Inter manager Antonio Conte said, well, we could get a bid in from Tottenham. If the bid was good enough, then the club would have to act on it because they need the money. So you never know on that deal. But the Milik deal as well, the centre forward. Of course, Tottenham do need another centre forward, either to play alongside Harry Kane or to be a backup to Harry Kane. We haven't replaced Fernando Llorente when he left. So surely those 2 positions are key for Tottenham going forward. And, let's hope that we get any more players, surely.
Yeah, if we can strengthen those 2 positions, and even with Skriniar. I've not seen much of him, but the videos I've seen and playing for Inter Milan, you don't play for Inter Milan if you don't have certain qualities. So with the centre backs we have, Skriniar will definitely be, good enough to start, or even good enough to be in our team. He's definitely up there in quality. I think it's important now we shift 1 or 2 players that need to go. To make room for the players coming in. I think Danny Rose deserves a standing ovation for the 13 years he spent with us. But I think the best thing he can do for us right now is to accept that he's not the player that he used to be, and that the club can maybe get a fee of 1 or 2 million for him, and he can move on. Listen, we're not gonna say anything bad about Danny Rose, and the Tottenham fans that says things about Danny Rose in a negative way, they shouldn't, because he's been a great servant for us. He scored some great goals and some great games, and I wish him the best. And fans shouldn't say negative things about Danny Rose. Listen, he had his moments where he spoke in the media and maybe he said some poor things, but who doesn't? I wish him the best, and he's one of the players that needs to leave. I think that's the best thing he can do for us right now.
Melvin, I can't possibly talk to you without mentioning Gareth Bale, because I know you're a big Gareth Bale fan. How did you feel when Bale had come back to Tottenham?
A week before, I told my dad, if Bale comes back, I don't know what I would do. It's insane. I couldn't believe it, because you know how we used to say, oh, he'll come back, maybe he'll come back. And year after year, the media would be like, rubbish. No, the agent would come out, be like, no chance. But then it sort of came out of nowhere after the Everton game. And when it happened, even when I saw him going into the training ground in the car, I said, no, there's something will come up. You don't, when you're a Tottenham fan, you still don't believe these things happen to us.
You doubt, yeah.
You doubted. You doubted. So there'll be a clause where Levy will somehow mess it all up. But it happened, and it's brilliant. Even if we get, and people say, oh, he's not the same Gareth Bale, and he's not, even if we get 70% of what Bale used to be, it's still better than what we have. You know, I love Lucas, but he doesn't contribute enough in the goals and assists. Yes, he provides, you know, he works hard, but it's Bale. It's Gareth Bale. Even having those front three up front, Kane, Son, and Bale, just, you know, it will scare defenses. It will even Bale finding Harry Kane with his crosses and his passes. The team will be immensely improved. And that's what I've been impressed with the transfer window, because that was a real issue in the Pochettino era. We used to think, who can improve this side unless you spend 50, 60 million? But we've spent very, very little money, and we've improved in various areas.
Absolutely, yeah.
So you know, hats off to the board and to Levy, because they've done a very good job.
Well, let's hope that we get one or two more in Melbourne, and then it'll be an exceptional window for Tottenham. Going back to today's game, Tottenham v Newcastle, how do you think Tottenham will set up today, and what is your score prediction?
I think we'll win 3-1. How he'll set up, I think, similar to the Everton. No, actually no, because Dele Alli played that game, and he's been not in the best form right now. I don't know. I don't think Dele Alli will win. I think Lo Celso will start, and Ndombele possibly might start him, but I don't know. He has options. That's the good thing. Mourinho has options from one game to another game, but you know, the front three will be the same. The back line will probably be the same. You know, we've not even mentioned the new left back. The left back, I've seen videos of him who looks incredible, and it will improve us going forward. And if he can pick up an assist or two per season, or maybe a couple goals per season, it will improve. It will improve our side. Versus Newcastle, I think we have too much quality for them. And with Son in such good form, Kane, you know, picking up fitness and assists. Kane will want to score, but I think Son, right now, the way we're playing, I think he'll have a few. And Kane is a team player. He wouldn't mind getting the assist if it means we win the game.
Absolutely. Melvin, thank you very much. Enjoy the game, and come on, you Spurs.
Good luck.
Tottenham's team lineup has just been announced. We're just an hour until kickoff. Hugo Lloris is back in goal. Of course, he's our captain as well. And then the back four of Ben Davies, Matt Doherty, and then the centre pairing of Eric Dyer and Davinson Sanchez. In the centre of midfield, Pierre-Emile Højbjerg is back today from injury. Harry Winks and Giovanni Lo Celso. And then the forward three of Lucas Moura, Heung-min Son and Harry Kane. Substitutes today, Joe Hart. New signing Sergio Reguilon, Toby Alderweireld, Moussa Sissoko, Tanguy Ndombele, Eric Lamela and Steven Bergwijn. Please do note, no Dele Alli is included in this squad. Just 25 minutes after Tottenham announced the substitutes and the starting 11 for this game, Tottenham have announced a late change on the bench. Gedson Fernandes replaces Moussa Sissoko due to illness. Get well soon, Moussa Sissoko. It is now half-time. Spurs 1, Newcastle 0. It has been all Tottenham Hotspur these first 45 minutes, and Newcastle haven't even had a shot on target. The first attempt fell to Tottenham after just 2 minutes. Giovanni Lo Celso had a free kick just outside the box. He shot, and Newcastle goalkeeper Carl Darlow made a fantastic save. The rebound fell to Harry Kane, who shot, and then Carl Darlow made another fantastic save. Another fantastic save from Darlow in the 9th minute as Harry Kane's header from a Pierre-Emile Højbjerg cross was saved by him again. In the first 17 minutes, it was all Tottenham because Tottenham had 81% possession in the match. After 25 minutes, Harry Kane crossed from the left-hand side and then tapped in for our goal by Lucas Moura, 1-0 Tottenham. A very, very good move from Tottenham, and Harry Kane providing yet another assist. In the 27th minute, Heung-min Son, with so much space, tried rolling it to Kane. It went out for a corner, and from that resulting corner, the corner was passed short to Harry Kane, who shot from just outside the box, and Darlow saved yet again. Another fantastic save from the Newcastle goalkeeper. 3 minutes later, Harry Kane to Heung-min Son, who shot with his left foot, and it hit the post. Very, very unlucky not to be 2-0 from a Heung-min Son shot. In the 34th minute, Giovanni Lo Celso shot just over the bar, trying a spectacular overhead kick that just didn't quite work out from a Son cross. And then in the 42nd minute, Heung-min Son hit the woodwork yet again, this time the crossbar from a wonderful shot outside the box with his left foot. And then in stoppage time, John Joe Shelvey, the Newcastle player, shot wide. That is their only real chance of the first half. In the first 45 minutes, we have looked very, very threatening, very good going forward. Harry Kane looks very, very sharp, setting up Lucas Moura for the goal. Heung-min Son looks on fire. He's hit the crossbar and he's hit the post as well. The goals are definitely coming, but we do need to be more clinical and we do need to put this game to bed to make sure that we have got the 3 points today, because, of course, we've got another very busy week coming up against Chelsea on Tuesday, Maccabi Haifa on Thursday, and then Manchester United back in the Premier League next Sunday. Anyway, I'm now going to get the thoughts of Spurs fan Dave of the first half. So it's half time. Tottenham Hotspur 1, Newcastle United 0. I've got Spurs fan Dave with me. Dave, how many chances have Tottenham had in this first half?
Oh, numerous. I've lost count actually. I think they said 12 on the stats on the television, but 12-2. I mean, now we only 1-0 up. That's what worries me. It's all Spurs. It's one-way traffic. They have 16% apparently possession. They had 20% last year, and we lost 1-0. But we've got to get another goal because put this to bed. It should have been put to bed by now. And they're all firing. I mean, what a difference to the Everton game, Chris. I mean, it really, this is what we expected. This is what the game. This is the sort of Spurs we expected last time they were at home. Yes, we've got the 3 wins since. So they have got their act together, and it's really exciting. I mean, you think Gareth Bale's looking on. I mean, would he get into this team? I mean,
they took the words out of my mouth. I tell you what, when you see the TV pictures of Gareth Bale sitting in the stands, Harry Kane having shot after shot and Darlow saving them. And then, of course, you've got Heung-min Son shooting, hitting the post and hitting the crossbar. It's exciting times, isn't it?
Oh, it is. It really is. It's just a shame we're not there. I mean, we'd be buzzing, wouldn't we, at half-time if it was in the ground. And, this is... I mean, it's a similar sort of thing to that Crystal Palace when we were 4-0 up at half-time last year. Do you remember? Every shot was going in that time. This time, we got the goal because Richie made a mistake. He should have put that out, but he was frightened using his right foot. We've got to. I just hope we don't run out of steam. They can't keep that line going. I mean, 1-0 is always a dangerous scoreline, I think. There's got to be goals coming. I think he'll bring on Bergwijn and somebody else. I think give the others a rest. But while it's still 1-0, it's always a dangerous. It could be an own goal, could be a penalty, could be anything. Cowlin Wilson has another look in. Dyer, how did he miss that chance, that header? I mean, it was laid on a plate for him. I know he was annoyed, but, he's got to put that away, hasn't he?
This style of football, though, Dave, under Jose Mourinho, a lot of people expecting boring football, but it's been good attacking football from Tottenham, hasn't
it? Definitely. It's a lot better than we saw at the end of last season, definitely. Yeah. And I think he's taken some of the criticism on board. He probably wouldn't admit it, but I think he has. And, with Doherty, as Carragher said, he's making those runs inside. He's not like the Serge Aurier going on the outside. Doherty, he's quite hard to pick up because he's running in behind and he's running inside. He's been unlucky a couple of times, I think, Chris. I think there's more goals to come. Before the game, I was thinking 3-0, and I'll probably stick with that.
I think it's really important that Tottenham do keep a clean sheet today. I think it will give the defenders a huge boost and a huge confidence boost going into this week because, of course, it's another very busy week. Chelsea at home, and then we've got Maccabi Haifa on Thursday, and then, of course, Manchester United away on Sunday. So another busy week for Tottenham.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, they keep talking about asking about Ali. I mean, he had a run out in the week, so. He'd be free, but he might get a game. He likes playing against Chelsea, so I reckon Ali will be out for that one. But and show him what he can do. But it's looking good. It's looking good, and Gareth Bale there. It's lovely to see him in the wings there, isn't it? It really is. I mean, for a Spurs fan, you've said it yourself. It's exciting times. It really is. Who'd have thought?
Well, Dave, it's lovely to see a smile on your face for once. Dave, the second half is just about to begin, so enjoy the second half, and let's hope that Tottenham get the 3 points.
Come on, Tottenham.
Come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs. Cheers, Steve, Chris. Bye.
Cheers, Steve. So the final whistle has gone. Tottenham Hotspur 1, Newcastle United 1. How on earth have Tottenham Hotspur not picked up the 3 points in the Premier League today against Newcastle? I am beyond words. I just cannot believe it. I am absolutely stunned. We have been the better of Newcastle United for the whole entire game. Newcastle didn't even have a shot on target in the whole match. Tottenham had chance after chance after chance. As I said in the first half and as I said at half-time, Tottenham needed to be more clinical. We needed to put this game to bed. We didn't do that. And this is exactly what has happened, 1-1. But VAR is ruining this game. Roy Hodgson, the Crystal Palace manager, said it yesterday. It is ruining the enjoyment from a football manager's point of view. And now it is ruining the enjoyment of football fans like me. Because the decision today is absolutely appalling. Jose Mourinho walked down the tunnel in absolute disgust, and rightly so. It is just dreadful. It is absolutely dreadful. I cannot believe how Tottenham have only picked up a point today. The chances that we have had, yes, we could have been more clinical. Yes, we should have been more clinical. But Newcastle had absolutely nothing. And to draw this game is absolutely gutting. In the second half was quite similar to the first half. Tottenham had so many chances and we should have put this game to bed. We should have got that second goal and put it beyond Newcastle's reach. We really, really should. I'm absolutely gutted. I can't believe that we have drawn this game today. We've got another very busy week coming up. Of course, Chelsea in the Carabao Cup. Maccabi Haifa in the Europa League on Thursday and Manchester United next Sunday. But Tottenham should have been sitting in the Premier League table with 2 wins tonight, and I'm gutted. I just don't know what to say. I just think that VAR is absolutely ruining the game at the moment, and it's not enjoyable. It is really not enjoyable for the ball just to hit someone's hand, completely accidental, and then they're just giving penalties. All I'm going to say is someone like Bruno Fernandes of Manchester United will probably win the Golden Boot at the end of this season because they will just have penalties galore, one after another, every single match. The goal tally is going to go up for every single game now in the Premier League because there is just going to be penalty. It is a crazy ruling that the Premier League have brought in this season, changing the rule. Why change that rule? Just have some common sense. Come on. Tottenham won, Newcastle won. I'm fuming. I just cannot believe that we have drawn this game today. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and let me know your thoughts on VAR. I'll see you later on for a Tottenham news video if I've calmed down. Until then, come on you Spurs.